Home organization is both frustrating and overwhelming, but the people here at Whitespace have it down to an exact science and can show you exactly where to start when organizing your home. So today, I'll be speaking with Cynthia Ivey, Master Simplifier, to know where to start.
I'm hitting the road, searching for answers and finding great design. It's a quest for beauty, function, and of course, inspiration.
Why is it important to organize? Like, why should you have an organized home?
I don't care how neat your sock drawer is. I don't care how neat your closet is, Megan. It's all about you being able to find all the time you need to do the things that make your heart sing. And it's not about searching for a pair of shoes or a belt in your closet or a particular handbag or anything like that, or a document that you need for tax filing season. It's about having everything in a place where you have a sense of security underneath you, where you can find what you need when you need it, so that you have more time to devote to a higher quality of life.
Where do you start though?
It's just like eating an elephant, one bite at a time, and you choose the area that affects your life.
Eating an elephant?
Yeah, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You start in the area that creates the most stress for you on a day-to-day basis, and for most people that's going to be one of three areas: the closet, the kitchen, or the garage.
Is the first step to rip everything out? Like just to take everything out of your closets, everything out of the drawers and start over? Or do you work small pieces at a time?
You know, I would start in one area at a time. You don't want to turn your entire house into chaos. You want to work in an area. So you might choose a room, maybe it's a home office, maybe it's a master closet, maybe it's a guest room or the kitchen. But start in one main area and focus there for a concentrated period of time and resolve it first. Then you have a good positive example to help promote you in moving forward through the rest of the house.
And then what's next? So you bring it all out and
pull
then
everything out. You want to sort it and put like items together, because people are often surprised to find out how much duplication they have accumulated. You know, 6 wine pulls, 24 pairs of running shoes, 16 ball caps for
6 bags of sugar in my case.
6 bags of sugar in your, and because people often buy duplicates because they can't find the original. So once they pull everything out and group it like items together, then it's really easy to make decisions about it. You can decide based on quality of the item, based on the wear and tear and the functionality of the item, and then it's really easy to get rid of the excess.
So you have your piles.
You have your piles.
The throw away, the keep.
Right.
And then where do you decide to put it back though? I think that's the hardest part, is choosing where to place each item.
There's a natural flow to every room, and it's up to, you have to determine what that flow is. Kitchens are very easy. They are designed to have flow, but people often don't organize them to take advantage of that flow. Same thing with closets. We at Whitespace, we use a principle called the theory of prime real estate, which is whatever you use most often needs to be easiest to access and closest at hand. So
makes sense. It's logical.
Yes.
So then how do you choose what you use most? Is it just, do you go through and say, here's a checklist of what you use in your day, or?
I don't think you need to create a checklist, because it's probably pretty easy to do that just on a verbal basis and sorting. It doesn't have to be a cumbersome process. It can be very quick and very rapid.
Is choosing the right organizer important, such as in your
Yes.
closet or in your drawers? Because otherwise, I always find where you go through the sorting process, you know what you use the most, but then you go and put it right back in the same drawer, and then 2 weeks later it gets cluttered because the drawers aren't organized.
Right. I think that's a common misstep that people make. They don't take the time to figure out what their organizational style is. For example, in a closet, people need to ask themselves, would I rather have my jeans folded or hung? Would I rather hang or fold my t-shirts? Where am I going to access things most quickly? And even the drawers in your dresser will have an order almost going from top to bottom on your body. There's a logic that you can employ in organizing a closet, and people usually don't stop to think about that. They think that it's just a space, I'm just going to fill it and it's going to function, and that sets people up to fail.
When it comes to organizing, it seems like there's this process that you go through. You start out and you decide what you need and what you don't need.
Right.
And then you have this big pile of all the stuff you're keeping.
Right.
And you go, all right, I would rather have these things hung, these things in drawers, these things, I guess, put in baskets, wherever you want them to access them easier, and then you start putting it away.
Right.
What happens when you have leftovers?
You either go back and reassess and decide that you're only going to accommodate what you have room to accommodate, or you look for auxiliary storage somewhere else. And you assign things, again, it's based on priority. maybe you can pull out off-season clothes so that there's room for the current season in your closet. Maybe you can pull out, people who do lots of different projects oftentimes will have all of the project materials and supplies around them. And we move through trends as people. We just do. And our habits change from year to year and certainly from decade to decade. So you make decisions based on what's important to you now. And that's what stays in your immediate area. Everything else can get sent out to, an outlying closet in the home.
Check out my website, askthedecorator.com, to discover more about this topic, read informative how-to articles, or watch other videos from my trip. You'll find a variety of helpful decorating advice when you stop by.